the Premier of Madras State, Gandhi Memorial was actually constructed in Madras. My father was the chief designer and builder. His name is Vaidyanatha Stapati, and I am actually the son of the great master architect and builder and also sculptor. And I am proud to say that it is an important monument in Madras. I belong to that kind of ancient family, and along that line I have come down to modern times. My grandfather, who was well versed in all languages, even my father, a man of multi languages, they wanted me to go to English school. So I was the first Saudi student to go to the English school and study English. So he used to ask me, "Grandson, my dear grandson, please speak in English." Then I used to recite certain poems which I learned in the school. He took enormous pride and joy. In a Hindu temple of Tamil or Dravidian origin, there are two items of unique beauty. They are called Vimanam and also Gopuram. It has got its own significance. So what is the literal meaning of Vimanam? Vividham Manam Vimanam. Gopuram is actually the entrance structure. In the same way, you are having the Vimanam at the center over the main sanctum. One gentleman asked me this question. We call our aircraft as Vimanam. Why it is called a Vimanam? Why our structure is also called Vimanam? I said that Vimanam aircraft takes away or brings up our own physical body, whereas this Vimanam takes up skyward our own inner being or Atma. What is Vastu? Nobody knows. But this is misconstrued nowadays by ordinary people. There is another word before that, Vastu. That is substance, quintessence of the universe. That is called Vastu, which we call in simple English as energy. So Vastu is energy, and the extended form of energy is called Vastu. That is nothing but matter. So energy gives birth to material form. So energy is invisible, whereas Vastu or matter is visible. So matter and energy are one and the same. Without Vastu, there is no Vastu. There is no Vastu without energy. In that way, we have been saying for more than 10,000 years. This has been very recently identified like this by Professor Einstein, who said E is equal to mc squared. Everybody in the olden days used to have a kind of workshop, a small workshop, so that his livelihood can be protected. My workshop is actually a workshop run by my father once upon a time. After my father's demise, I started on a big way. It is going on very well. In fact, I am doing now very huge projects. For instance, for Sri Lanka, I am going to do a kind of reproduction of Sri Lanka temple and the Ranganatha image also. So it is going at the cost of 200 crores, government sponsored. So in this way, it is taking some monstrous dimensions. In future, it will be more also. Whatever I have here, I am using it for creating a kind of monumental actually gave this Indian culture, Tamil culture in this land called Bharat. Actually, Sarpadigaram rendered in visual form, in sculptural form. And Dr. Kalayan has done one museum or art gallery where we have narrated the story of Kannagi. And what I have produced, they are all called narrative sculptures. It is only during this period, and Dr. Kalayan's period, this kind of narrative sculptures were produced. Before that, they were there, these narrative sculptures. But during the middle period, everything disappeared because patterns never like this kind of thing. Because they had to spend quite a lot of money, that's why it was stopped. And I was very happy to do all these things. That is also successful. Initially, there was a temple of Subramanya, and it was also in dilapidated condition. And the central image Subramanya with Valli and Devasena are there. But no Abhishekam, no Puja, nothing of that sort was performed. The present Swami, by the Balamurti Nadimai, he wanted to do some kind of worship. Therefore he went up, saw the image of Subramanya himself in luminous form, and thereafter he became what is called an ascetic or sage. So from that time onwards, he wanted to remove the old structure and build a new structure all in stone. And today, if you go there, you will be struck with wonder how this one single soul was able to produce a very magnificent edifice. He went very recently and visited all temples, including Madurai temple, and he made exclamatory remarks about Madurai temple, that the big pillar, nobody can lift, nobody can put erect, all these things, wonderful things I have seen, but I am not able to see my own temple anywhere in Tamil Nadu, but so great my temple is. That is an encomium made by him to my actual concept and also my work. India came to Madras to open a small section of our Madras museum. He asked some of the people who were assembled there, can anybody say why this monument is still standing all right without collapsing, though it is going tapering, pyramidal? What is the mathematics behind it? He asked. Nobody was able to reply. Highly learned people were there around him, but they were not able to understand, because I have been saying all along that there is what is called a technical treatise governing all these items of visual objects, and that technical thing is available only in Tamil as well as in Sanskrit. So technical Sanskrit, technical Tamil are separately existing ideas, or nobody has touched that science. So nowhere in any of our colleges it has been mentioned, it has been taken up as a subject of research or subject of teaching. In the Brihdeshwara temple, though it is going pyramidal up to the filial, it is hollow from the bottom to the top. When you stand at the center of your sanctum, if you look at upward, then you will see the topmost small hole which is visible at the top. So it's hollow, no intermediate slabs or beams. Brihdeshwara temple has come under the list of UNESCO for preservation. Statue was carved out of hard granite taken from 3 important quarries. We have procured important and best stones from different places. And we actually produced a kind of model also for this statue. It consists of some 700 pieces. All pieces were actually done in actual sizes and reproduced in stone. The palm length is 10 feet. And face length is 10 feet, and the Tirupur manuscript held in the hand, in the left hand, that is also 10 feet. So everything is 10, 10, 10, 10. That is actually the module or modular method or space-time unit I have used in the making of the statue of Tirupur. So I call it divine, because that is a divine method which we have used in the making of smaller sized God forms. I have made Tirupur as God. He is actually God of Tamil people. Do you think I am still youthful? Yes, there is one secret. Actually, I have experienced what is called the spiritual experience. In all the sculptures and monuments I produced, I was able to see my own inner feeling taking a visual form. This is one of the reasons why I am looking young today, as put by you. The last one I did is actually known to everybody, the great statue of Tiruvallur. Everybody is asking me a question, what next? My answer is, I have to make the great image or statue of because according to my own impression, he is the only gentleman who was able to change the color of the society. The downtrodden people have come up like anything, and they have changed their own colors also. They are all now well placed, well educated, all on account of the great propaganda that he made.
Dr. Ganapati Stapati served as the principal of College of Traditional Architecture